Bend, baby. Hey, it's Trixie. Welcome to the Underground. John, you're bending like Beckham. You're doing good. Oh, it's 2 weeks of hell. You know, the biggie started. No getting out of my driveway for 2 weeks. But yeah, I'm doing 2 shows today because next week I will be stuck in hell. So let me say, I can't really shut up. I got a problem. Like, my voice is good, but it's also not so good. So the place I work for a home improvement company. And this lady, they have the women and the scooters. And so I'm setting her up for an appointment. She's like, I don't have any money. I said, our company and the state of Massachusetts has a problem for, it's a program for people with disabilities and the elderly so they can afford, like, bathrooms and stuff like that and have no cost to them. So she's legally blind, which what I went through with my eyes. I was legally blind, having 2 detached retinas, and of course I got a lot of my sight back, but she didn't. So I have sympathy for people that are blind. So I called my manager over and I'm like, can we get the program for her? And he's like, we'll see if she qualifies for it. So I'm setting her up, and she goes, I also have MS. And I said, even better. Oh. What is wrong with me? Even better that she has MS? I don't know, but everybody was laughing. I guess it was funny, but it wasn't funny. You shouldn't talk like that, Trixie. So I also had a guy in there that he needed a shower, and he's talking to me, and he's like, yeah, I need a large shower. And I said, okay. And he said, for me and my wife to have sex in. I was like, all right, we don't have to go that far. Why are they telling me these things? You know how you walk by, you're in you guys don't know this if you've never been, you've been to fairs where people are in those, and marketers come after you. It's like Marketers Row, where you're walking by and they're screaming things at you. This lady goes to me, I'll do your eyebrows for free. Look at my eyebrows. I said, yes, I need it. I got like a connect-a-brow over here. But actually, it's coming back. I had to wait 60 years, but they're coming back. Yes. Unibrow. One eyebrow coming back. I used to do that when I was a teenager, like get it ripped off and stuff, but I don't like that fake look. I'm not into the fake look. This is what I look like.
Because you're the real deal.
Accept it or not.
That's right.
This is me. And my friend, who's a mental health counselor, she kind of substitutes as my friend. She's a mental health counselor. I work with her. She told me to get this damn crystal. This is a quartz. I don't know what it's supposed to do. She's like, it'll bring the love of your life. Yeah, right? She sticks it in her bra. She's showing me. I'm like, okay, I don't want to see her.
She being a little suggestive there?
She would go, I don't think with me, but I think she would swing. But yeah, some people would. But no, yes, maybe I do need a mentor. You guys know, you think I'm crazy anyway, John.
No, I know.
Yes, you do. You know I am. You don't think. You know I am. That's great. So let's talk about
That's why I love you so much.
I know, I love you too. Let's talk about the debate. Oh, are you kidding me? Tell them we're talking about the debate. According to Reuters and Ipsos poll, 47% say Kamala won, and 42. Who's the 42%? Are you crazy? I don't know who those people were. Maybe they were just his base. So over 400,000 people registered to vote because you know who? Taylor Swift came out and supported Kamala Harris. But, make a big deal about it. She just said, do your research and vote. She didn't say vote for Kamala Harris. She said she's voting for Kamala Harris. All the Republicans, all the right wing is freaking out that Taylor Swift is voting for her. We got these crazy right wing mothers saying they're going to sell the Taylor Swift tickets that they got for their daughter. Please sell them to me. Sell them to me. You're going to sell them for bargain basement prices. They're going for like $9,000. So Trump is not going to do it's a third debate. He's not going to do another debate because it went so horribly wrong, but we'll talk about that. Martha Stewart, she just came out to support Kamala, saying she wants a president, quote, who doesn't hate New York and doesn't hate democracy. I love Martha Stewart. So, yes, the women unite. So Trump spoke 42 minutes and Kamala spoke 37 minutes. He was complaining that it was like 3 against 1. This is what a baby talks about. But I don't think that they were that bad. They were fact-checking him. He doesn't like that. I can't lie without someone checking it out. So let's just talk. Most people do think he lost his base. I'm sure, John, you think he won. I talked to Trump supporters after the debate, and they said, what the hell happened to my guy? He had a bad debate. He went for the bait, and he shouldn't have. He should have just hammered on a couple of things that he could win on, which is the economy and immigration. But he's just has no impulse control. So I just think it was the worst day in his life since Ivanka married Jared. But Yeah. So she says he's a man of the past with no plan. No plan. That was the whole theme. No plan. He's got no plan. He's got concepts. No plan. He said Obamacare was lousy health care. Well, like, this is what I got to say to Republicans. Come out with something better. They can't. That's why John McCain stuck the thumbs down, because they don't have a plan. That's the problem. And so Obamacare did have issues. Of course, it does. But he did have a couple of good things. You can't cut out people with pre-existing. You can have kids on your health care up until, 25 years old? If I'm wrong, I don't know. And what's the other one? No lifetime caps. So those are good things. You can tweak it a little bit. They don't have anything better. Trump wants tariffs, taxes on goods coming to our country. That's going to be 20%. That would raise prices on things that we buy every day. Trump started talking about immigrants as the highest form of criminal. Oh, I don't know. So she was actually very prepared. She said, we cleaned up your mess, high unemployment. John, shut it off. Pandemic botched, attack on our democracy. He said we did a phenomenal job with the pandemic. No, he did good with the shot. He got the shot. The COVID shot is his signature. If I was him, I'd be bragging about that. That thing went through so fast. That's what he's good at, breaking all the rules. Let's get through the red tape. Come on, bring it out. And then he didn't tell anyone to get it. So that was his issue. We couldn't get tested. We couldn't get shots. I tried. I couldn't do it, except for the elderly. Or whatever. But no plan, except for tax breaks for the richest people. And according to the Wharton School of Business, which he attended, they said that it would explode the deficit. He already did that during his first term. That's his school now saying that. I mean, are we sure he actually graduated from college? I can't even, after I saw that debate, I'm like, did he even graduate high school? I don't even know. She shook him up so bad he was stumbling. I mean, he looked angry. He was as red as Lizzie Borden's face on my shirt, okay?
Well, you would be too. I mean,
well,
2025 keeps coming up and he has nothing to do with it. It's been killed.
Yeah, we'll see. Her father is a Marxist. You think that's okay to call her father a Marxist? She's a Marxist. He just throws rambling remarks. He has nothing. It's just to, divert the attention away from that. He has no plan. What's your plan? What are you going to do? How are you going to get the immigrants out of the country? That's what they were asking him. That's a fair question. You're going to go door to door? He said nothing. He doesn't have a plan. He's not going to do anything. Yeah. He complains of abortion in the 9th month. We're executing babies after birth. That is not happening in any part of the country because that is against the law in 50 states. So he looked insane. I'm surprised smoke wasn't coming out of his face. He looked like he needed medication. It's disgusting what she did to him. I tell you, I would be ashamed. But he went out and bragged that it was 86-3, which she doesn't count right. 86-3 that he won the debate. They're screaming at him, "Where do you get your numbers from?" I mean, she really was coming out. You could tell she was prepared when she said, women are having miscarriages. You're letting them bleed out in the parking lot. Doctors in the hospitals are turning away women out of fear of going to jail. He mentioned the student loan debacle, which he can say that too, that Biden overstepped his bounds. Again, mention the facts, but he was too busy talking about crap. I don't know. I mean, pour a fire hose on his face because he was on fire. He said he's been a leader on IVF. I mean, that's kind of funny. Kept repeating the abortions after birth thing. He's totally insane. He was saying immigrants are coming out of mental institutions. I mean, just the worst possible things. So the border bill that he killed would have allowed 1,500 more border agents on the border. Stop fentanyl. I don't even know if you can stop drugs from coming out. When people want to take drugs, you're going to get the drugs. And she said he likes to run on the problem instead of fixing the problem. It's true because he doesn't have an answer. And she said this was the best. She urged people to go to one of his rallies. They are leaving his rallies from exhaustion and boredom. And I saw the videos of empty seats, which he used to fill those stadiums when he had the rallies. And then you see people leaving, which I can't believe. They're probably just sick of, he's just got the same thing, but she was so good. He kept saying we're a failing nation. We're taking, I needed drugs, listening to him. Who the heck can listen to them? Well, Fox News said he lost the debate. And then he went off with the line of the evening saying that the Haitian immigrants are eating cats and dogs, which was actually, I think J.D. Vance like started that one. Someone told him on, I don't know, someone's neighbor's kid. Well, let's get some evidence if you're going to shout like that. Let's see him actually eating the dogs and the cats. Or like, let's do what Richard Dreyfuss did in Jaws and open it up and let's see the dog and the cat inside the body. I just don't think so. This guy needs a welfare check. Well, I mean, he's crazy. Cracking up. Yeah, it was a neighbor's friend's daughter saw Haitians eating dogs and cats. Something out of a horror movie. Ugh. Then she was talking about former Trump aides, former chief of staff saying he has contempt for the Constitution of the United States, former national security advisor, dangerous and unfit, former secretary of defense, will never survive another Trump term. That's all she has to do is talk about other people that work for him. I don't know how you're going to deport 11 million people. I just would like to hear what he has to say. But instead of talking about bullshit, like dogs eating dogs and cats. It's ridiculous. And they keep going on and on. So I saw 6 Republicans, and I can't believe they're starting. I think he jumped the shark. Republicans, they're starting to have cracks in the floorboards here. Saying that they would accept the results of the election. I really think she's going to win. I don't know, but I'm leaning. I think she's going to win. And I don't know if you're going to be laughing in November, but we'll see. We'll talk later, John.
November 6th,
we'll talk. I'm into it. We'll talk later. He said violent crime was down in the United States. Actually, she brought up he was an indicted criminal. Of course, you got to do that. He brought up
false charges.
That's your opinion. He was found guilty of a jury of his peers. Blamed the Justice Department. What do you think? There's no Republicans on the jury? I mean, come on, man. Come on. He's unhinged. Just admit it.
I bet there wasn't a one.
Then he said, because that's not real. That's not reality. Okay. Oh, you want evidence now, but you don't want to give it when you guys are talking about eating dogs and cats. He's saying I took a bullet to the head, which that's not true. No one shot him in the head. They shot him in the ear.
Last I knew, an ear was attached to a head.
And then he could say she's changing positions on fracking. He didn't bring any of this up. And then she said he filed bankruptcy. Again, we can just go on and on with the stuff that's wrong with him. And then he said, wait a minute, I'm talking now. Does that sound familiar? About what she said with Pence and when she debated him. Called her a radical left liberal. She's not anymore. She's actually she's changed with fracking. Saying she'll take your guns. Then she said she was a gun owner, which cracked me up. I didn't know she had a gun. And he said we'll have windmills, solar, and oh my God, it's unbelievable. And then he said he was saying that January 6th was over-exaggerated and unbelievable. Every subject got redirected to immigration. He couldn't really stay on anything or answer any questions. He said he had no regrets for January 6th. He had nothing to do with it. Blame Nancy Pelosi. Poor Nancy Pelosi gets blamed even when she's gone. And then he said her daughter blamed her own mother. I'm serious. I was laughing so hard during that debate. It was so good for the Democrats. So she said it would be the end of foundation of democracy. I mean, because he doesn't like the outcome. Charlottesville, she brought up Charlottesville. He said it was perfect. Go check out Sean Hannity and Laura Ingraham. And then he redirected to immigration again. Denied he lost 2020 election, but he admitted it. And then David Muir brought it up. He said, you said it on a podcast. And he said, I said that? I don't remember saying that. Oh, he said he was being sarcastic. So then he admitted it, but said he was sarcastic. I mean, he doesn't even know what he's saying, for crying out loud. He said our nation is dying. Really? I mean, take a pill. All his supporters need to take some antidepressants because that's what you're getting. He did not lose support from his base from that, but what he didn't do is gain one vote. I don't think he gained one vote. I mean, certainly not the Haitians that are in Florida. I mean, you hear Rick Scott saying, oh, yeah, they're good people. Yeah, okay, because you got them in Florida. These people better leave. Just leave. So I doubt independents who watch the debate have confidence Trump can handle any problems or solve any. He said he would have prevented Hamas, Putin. I thought Jared was going to bring peace to and then he said she hates Israel. Israel won't exist in 2 years. She hates Arabs. Hate. Okay. And then she said he's weak and wrong on national security and foreign policy. Dictators can manipulate you with flattery and favors. You're a disgrace. Wow, she was good. She was good. She also said Putin would eat you for lunch. And then she said, tell the 800,000 Polish Americans in Pennsylvania that Putin would invade Europe and Poland. He's not going to stop with Ukraine, I'm telling you. I mean, Kamala made Trump look weak. Well, not Kamala. He already looked weak against Putin anyway. But he thinks he can stop all these wars. Yeah, he'd stop Ukraine in a minute. Here you go, Putin. Take any country you want. No plan. He can't even manage his own trials, his life. He can't get his own wife to show up with any... He was alone again. She had her husband there after. Did you love the way she walked up to him and shook his hand right away? Hi, I'm Kamala Harris. In case you don't know how to pronounce my name. But he has to sell Bibles and sneakers. And he has to raise money for his defense. And then he said something about the Taliban, who he invited to Camp David. And what was he inviting that Laura lunatic woman to the 9/11 memorial? Is he dating her or something? I mean, we'll talk about her because I got another show to do. But I think he's having sex with her. He said, I told Abdul, don't do it anymore. If you do it, you're going to have problems. And then the guy said, Abdul said, is he talking about Paul Abdul? Why are you showing me a picture of my house? He said, figure it out. He's so funny. I just think he's so funny. And then he said he read that she wasn't black. I mean, really? I look at her, I can see that she kind of is black, but whatever. And then she was black. These are the things he chooses to talk about during the debate. Eating cats and dogs, and that she's not black. She is black, then she wasn't black. Now she's black again. She prosecuted the hell out of him. I think we deserve better than this guy. And then he said he called her Joe Biden. He wishes she was Joe Biden. He'd win if he was going against Joe Biden. But she said, I'm not Joe Biden.
That's not what you said a month ago.
I love it. I love it. Okay, you guys, we're done because I want to talk about other things. But I'm already blabbing at 17 minutes in, and your attention spans were gone after a minute. TRIXXI'Podcast@gmail. Thank you for all the messages I got last week. I got a lot of positive feedback and a lot of subscribers. Thank you so much. Keep watching.